Coming up, I attempt to push Carter down the mine shaft and fail. We rescue a survivor who has just crash landed on the planet, and we take a literal cargo run in some beautiful twilight. Welcome back to Space Engineers. Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. Today I am joined by Captain Carter, who's standing right over here. Look at him, resplendent in his orange suit. Looking wonderful. I have realized that he's got one of these newer suits, and I've actually swapped mine out for a new suit, so I've just given my suit a bit of a clean. As you can see, the sun is going down. Commander Vectrix and Captain Carter, not Captain Carter, Captain Carter's right here. Captain Snaggles have gone off on a bit of a run. They really want to see what's out in that direction, so I'm sure they'll be back in a couple of hours time. But if they're not, well, we'll see what happens. At the moment, it's just me and the nuclear physicist. So we're going to see what we can do in this video. There is a lot of iron to collect, and I think that iron is going to be a priority so that we can expand the base and continue building our ships, or at least start building our ships. Of course, we had the first, the Stratos rover, the so-called, it was supposed to become the GEV, but it became the Stratos rover due to its sort of square nature. But it didn't last very long because it kept exploding. Maybe there's something about the planet's gravity or something about the terrain around here that causes tires to randomly explode and therefore cause a catastrophic failure on the vehicle. But I'm not too sure. Carter's standing there quite happily, and I am just going to continue on with whatever needs to be going on. So I am going to start up the refinery. At some point, there we go, the refinery is now on, and we are going to get ourselves going. So let's have a look. Where's our iron? Our iron count is is it 0? Oh, that's a problem. I think we might actually be out of iron again. I'm running out of iron way too many times. I feel like pushing Carter. That's okay. Oh, there! No, we've got plenty of iron. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, he is here. He was just deciding to stand still.
Am I still standing still?
Yes, you are.
Okay. That's a problem.
I'm pushing you around. You were moving a moment ago.
Was I? Because I'm not I don't know what's going on here.
Okay, are you moving around on your screen, I'm assuming?
No.
Okay, can you see me pushing you around?
No.
Ah!
You are still chilling in front of the container.
See, I'm not doing that.
I'm aware.
What is going on? It started all over again, hasn't it?
I'm rooted to the spot, as in.
Well, in the meantime, I'm just gonna push you to. I'm gonna push you into the mine, or at least the character that I'm seeing on screen, because obviously he isn't you. Don't you just love it when a plan comes together?
I like it when the plan actually works.
Do you want to just relog again?
Yep, that's exactly what I'm already doing.
You're already doing that? Well, okay, well, I am pushing somebody into a mine. Oh dear, I've just fallen into the mine. Okay, apparently your static character pushed me into the mine. Wow,
Hello?
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 Hi, is anyone over there?
Identify yourself.
Engineer. I crash landed nearby.
I see you, I read you. Hold on, is that... Lights, I see you.
Hello. Yeah, so my ship's crashed about 3 kilometers over that way. I see you've got yourself set up.
Yeah, we've got ourselves set up. Have you seen any other survivors from the ship?
I I don't think so. Unless there was one person on a rover, but I can't remember.
No, that would have been us. That would have been us. I'm assuming you saw us then from...
Yeah.
Okay, right, okay, well, health. Are you okay on health? Is everything...
I'm good. I survived. Used a med kit that I had on board, but ship's totaled.
Ship's totaled. Okay, what about resources? Anything salvageable?
Most of the cargo should still be intact, and there's probably some steel that we can take from the wreckage, but I don't have anything to cart it over here in.
All right, and you were in one of the standard escape pods, so you should have. I'm assuming you should have some medical kits, some solar panel equipment, some of that stuff. So, okay, this is good. This is good. Right. If I'm just trying to remember your face, you are... Well, I should remember your face. You're Zero Jake, aren't you?
Yes.
Zero Jake. Okay, let's get on. Let's get this going.
Okay.
Either way.
Me.
Oh, have you got all your equipment? You should have equipment on you, but did you?
No, sorry. The equipment's gone.
The equipment is gone. Okay, because I was wondering.
In the crash.
Yeah, I was wondering if there was any equipment left in your ship. Okay, let's grab. You should be able to grab some equipment from this container, right here.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, and I tell you what, I better check if I've got equipment. Nothing. So we've got things that are salvageable, but I'm assuming there isn't anything that we can repair and bring back.
No, not really.
Right.
I mean, we could. There should be materials enough to make a small rover, but I'm unsure.
Okay, well, let's just go and see what we can bring back. I've got a drill on me and I've got a grinder, so we should be able to do something. Lead the way, good sir. Alright, this is a good sign for us. So there are 4 survivors so far that we know of. There's Captain Snaggles, he's survived. Captain Carter has survived, and Commander Vectrix has also survived, as well as myself, and now it looks like you. So you're the 5th survivor of that accident.
Out of a crew of over 100.
Out of a crew of over 150, but I am hoping that if you've survived, then there must be other survivors.
Possible. Though that was quite the devastation.
How long were you in space then? Do you recall how long you were in space, or do you just remember coming in hot on this planet?
It's a bit blurry, to be honest. I might have a slight concussion, but I might have seen some other debris or ships. I can't really tell the difference between them looking back, but I saw it go everywhere.
That's going to be a problem. I mean, hopefully that whoever was in that ship, either it wasn't one of ours, either it was just some debris off the ship, or it was... Hang on a minute, we've got something... What's this? We've got some metal... Got a metal grid. Could this be from your ship?
It's possible.
Alright, well, might as well pick some of that up. That could have been from your ship. That must have been quite an impact you had if we've got debris over here. How far away do you think your ship is, roughly?
It's another 2-ish kilometers.
Oh.
I mean, I got hit by something in near orbit, which is probably why the debris is everywhere. That's how I lost control.
Ah, okay, because with our ship, we were the last to leave. We were the last to abandon ship, and when we got into the pod, we just got hit by debris falling from the ship, and we just lost control, and we sort of careened into this system, and just ended up here. We don't know where we are. We can't really figure out anything about this area. All we know is that we are close to a south pole on, well, what seems to be a habitable planet. We've got grass, there's trees, there's shrubbery. Can hear animals, haven't seen any animals. So, yeah.
Well, you should have yeah, emergency supplies that could keep us fed, and I've got some in my broken ship, so we shouldn't need to hunt anything.
No, no, exactly. I mean, we seem to be okay with regards to medical supplies, rations. We're okay, but really, we've got nothing left of the ship. There's no way for us to get out of this place. So I
Right.
think we're stuck here for quite a while, which is why we're establishing a base. So if we can have a base of operations, it's just going to be better for us. And then I think maybe if we set up some sort of radio communication device on each one of these nearby planets or moons, I'm not even sure what they are, we could possibly be able to send a beacon back to Earth. On the other hand, we also have the option of trying to build a ship that's capable of getting back to Earth. So yeah, it's good to have another engineer back. So at least we've got two engineers that can help along with this.
Hmm. Well, but both of those options are rather expensive.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in order to proceed with any of those plans, we're going to need some hydrogen, rocket to get us up there, because
Completely agree.
my ore scanners, whilst I was going down, they didn't show much or any platinum on this planet.
No, we've come across the same thing. We've been scouting. There seems to be a very high nickel content on this planet, but that's not going to be of much use. There seems to be quite a fair amount of iron. We found Captain Carter managed to find uranium up in the mountains, which is a little bit odd, but you know, that's the way this planet is set up. That's the geology of the planet. We saw silicon, some magnesium. Doesn't seem to be a lot of silicon. Definitely no platinum in the area.
Right. Right. So if I recall, we're going to need hydrogen thrusters to get up to no vacuum, because as astro thrusters won't get us there whatsoever.
No.
Once we're there, well, we have two options. Either we can move everything up there at once and hedge our bets that we'll find some platinum to refine into ion thruster components.
Oh,
Or,
whoa.
here we are. Yeah, it's quite the wreck.
That really is quite a wreck. I mean, this was one of the heavily armored ones, wasn't it?
Yeah, which is why the cargo is mostly intact.
Yeah. These ones were supposed to come along with... So you should have been in a squadron of about 4 ships or something, leaving, or at least attempted to leave in a squadron of 4 ships. But I don't know. In all that mess, I don't know what happened. I gave the command to abandon ship, and yeah, we stayed on board. I'm assuming you were one of the last to leave too.
Possible. Can't remember much of it.
Right. That's a lot of scrap on the floor.
Yeah. So I've got an idea.
Yep.
Let me just check, see what inventory is, because I've seen the inventory before. We've got plenty of hydrogen canisters. We've got some uranium in our in the reactors. Good thing. It means I can use all of this. I think we might have the materials to build a wheeled vehicle out of this.
There is something I've got to tell you. On this planet, wheeled vehicles seem to be rather explosive, should I say. I'm not sure what it is with the planet, but wheeled vehicles have not gone well for us. I mean, I'm assuming you saw us driving around at one point. We used some of the supplies to get some wheels going, but basically something happened and the wheels just exploded. I'm not sure
Right.
what it is, and I mean, I don't really want to... There seems to be a lot of good stuff in this. I'm not sure whether we want to risk... I don't know whether we want to risk trying to build a vehicle, or
Well,
just do this the old-fashioned way.
It's either that or we haul these across for the better part of the day.
I mean, I think maybe hauling them across might be the safer bet. But I tell you what, let's see what we can salvage from this that's really important. Have we got, there should be, some of these containers should have contained large steel tubes, things like that.
Yeah,
Here we
we've got
go.
some large steel tubes, we've got some uranium, small steel tubes, some power cells, some medical components, construction components, motors, got some Gatling gun ammo.
Gatling
That's
gun
on
ammo.
there. Yeah.
Interesting.
Must be contraband. Some solar cells, bunch of stuff. Oh, and computers.
Right, okay, so I tell you what, let's try and take everything that we can off this cargo container. I've just taken the large steel tubes off, I've taken the small steel tubes off. Those were kind of important.
Right.
Anything that really is significant in iron is important, because we seem to be fairly low on iron.
Okay.
But
Well,
we could have done with we could have done with Snaggles and Vectrit not going off for a bit of an explore. They've gone off sort of towards the South Pole, so the South
Right.
Pole is in that direction, roughly that way. Probably about 50 kilometers out that way, if
Right.
that. So yeah, we're looking about 30-40 miles maybe. And I think
That's
they've
quite
just
a
gone to
trek.
see what's there. Let's see if we can take this chair down. Ooh, there we go, I've got something off that. I think I already have a full inventory. I'm carrying 150 steel tubes, small, 10 large, some scrap metal, metal grids. You know what? I'm surprised you survived this. That was a very, very hefty hit, it seems.
I was on the left-hand side. Got thrown about a bit, but that's why we have spacesuits on.
Yep, definitely. Nobody was with you in the ship.
No.
Okay, right. I think I am probably going to mark this. Let me get a mark on this. Well, that wouldn't. New from current position, and let's call this Jacobine's ship, or Jacobine crash location. Right, so at least I know where we are, so we can run to and from. I'm assuming your GPS locator is working?
Yeah.
Good. What was that?
Whoa. Yeah, there may be some noxious fuels here. The craft is deteriorating. I'll try and I'll try and salvage as much as possible and throw it in cargo containers. If you start making runs,
I'm going to start making my way back, and I'll leave you to do the digging, or the grinding, as it were.
right.
Comms check. I'm hoping your radio works now that you've come in range.
Yeah.
Good.
Working.
I've got to find Captain Carter. He seems to be taken a little ill currently. So do you have any idea what went wrong on our main ship? I mean, I was in engineering, and then I made my way to the bridge because obviously I had to go along the mission. I left you, your teams, everyone was in engineering. Everything seemed to be nominal. And then next thing we know, we've got a reactor breach. We've got some sort of, I don't know whether some debris hit the ship pretty hard, and yeah, everything just went out of control. Inertial dampeners offline. Everything was just really bad. And,
well, from what I remember, something was on radar, but before we could identify it, it hit us squarely in the ship.
yes, I remember Captain Snaggles, because he was at the helm at the time. He did call out for something, but there was there was no time to have a look, but I didn't know whether it hit us or what, and Snaggles couldn't remember what happened. He just thought something majorly went wrong very, very quickly, and yeah, we just had to. I mean, he stayed on board the ship for as long as he could, trying to stabilize it. We tried to get the escape pods out, gave the order to abandon ship. I think most, if not all, of the escape pods were out. But when we left on one of the shuttles, it looked like the ship had been ripped in half, straight through the middle. And
Sounds like
yeah.
it.
And we have yet to find parts of the ship. We do have yet to find any parts of the ship because obviously we weren't in this system, or we weren't in the gravity field of this particular planet, so the ship could just be still drifting somewhere out there.
Likely. Well, I'm sure we can use some of our radars once we get them up and running. We could use some of them to try and find the wreck.
Yep.
But it might have already drifted out of range.
I think so. I mean, what we're looking at, we've been on this planet for 2 days now, and I mean the rotation cycle of this planet is, the rotation period is very fast. It seems to be about 7 hours. So it's a very, very fast moving planet, but still two planet days, or 2 planetary days. In those 14 hours, it could have gone very, very far. I mean, we were going pretty fast. We weren't even supposed to. We were just looking to stop in this area. We didn't want. I mean, pass by. We were just going to scan, do some scientific research, and move on. We didn't plan to visit the system or anything. Yeah. Very bad. Very bad. But what can you do? I mean, I'm sure some of the other crew also survived. And they're probably, maybe not even on this planet. They could even be on one of the moons. They could have crashed on one of the moons. They could have complete control over their pod. And they may be up in space.
It's possible, but can't keep thinking about that now. We need to focus on our own survival.
Very much
we
so.
go and help them.
Very much so. But I mean, as the mission commander, I am responsible for all of them. And if we ever do make it back to Earth, I'll tell you one thing: I want to make sure we get back with as many men and women as we can. If not, you know, with some luck, with some very careful, you know, with some careful thinking, careful design of the ship, you never know, we might actually save everybody. They might just be scattered like we are across this entire system. What's this? I think I found your other seat.
Huh?
About 200 meters from the base. Whatever exploded, I think I found the seat, the second seat for your ship.
Interesting.
That. I'm wondering if when you were hit, it ripped a hole in the underside of your ship. That's possible.
Yes.
Right, I have returned to the base, and let's get some of this going. And I'll be back on my way, but let me grab this chair if I can find it. The night is upon us, or coming up to be upon us, so it's kind of more difficult to find the chair. Alright, I've got that. Let's sort that out. How's the deconstructing coming along?
It's getting there. I've managed to throw up a larger cargo container so I can centralize all of the cargo.
Oh, very good. Very good. That's a good call on that. makes it easier to manage. It's a shame we just can't haul it away.
Yeah. I mean, after I get this set up, I might try throwing together a rover. But as you said, suspension doesn't seem to be going good.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not happening. There's something about this planet. Let's see if I can pick up your... There it is. Jacobean crash location, 3 kilometers. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Space Engineers. Don't forget to hit the like button if you liked the video and subscribe to catch more episodes. If you have not yet done so, please follow me on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/ecgadget, and please consider also supporting me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/ecgadget. Lastly, please do follow or subscribe to all the other players in this series. Channel links to the channels for Vectrix, Snaggles, Carter and Jacobean will be in the description box below, as will the links to my Patreon and Twitch. Once again, thank you, and we shall see you soon in Space Engineers.